Hey folks, welcome to John Gillespie's Waters and Woods. It's Jumbo Perch Day on the Bay of Green Bay. These fish are all in our harbors.
Close to 14 there.
Are you having fun?
I'm having a blast.
Fleet Farm presents John Gillespie's Waters and Woods. Fleet Farm, the ultimate fishing headquarters.
You know, folks, November is an interesting and fun month to fish in the Midwest. And fish migrate to different places. And we're on the Bay of Green Bay today with my favorite buddy, Captain Brett Jolly. And Brett, you know, we're going to perch fish today. And it's a lot different in November than it is in June.
Absolutely. You know, the fish are a lot deeper. We're fishing down, 40, 50 feet of water sometimes, maybe a little shallower yet. But yeah, early in the year, we're fishing in 5 to 10 feet of water. So it's a big difference.
How'd you figure this out?
Just a little trial and error. Came out here looking and found them.
Well, that's one thing I love about Brett's Guide Service is you're an innovator out here. You hunt around and you find new techniques to catch fish, right?
Yeah, you always got to stay one step ahead of the crowd, and there's always something new to find.
And these perch are big and plentiful.
There's some dandies. There's some really good sized fish.
Well, we got some special guests today. We have Ryan, the photographer's dad, is with us.
Yeah.
And we have leeches with us today. I'm just teasing him. Brian Sticka, the retired guy from Fleet Farm. He's been hanging around with us a long time now.
Yeah, he is.
He'll fish today.
Sounds good.
All right, folks, we'll show what we're using and how we're using it. All of that coming up right after this. Folks, getting ready for fall, AMSOIL makes all the products I need to store my boat. First of all, for cold nights, I put in Quick Shot. Now that takes all the condensation out of your gas tank and keeps your gas nice and fresh. To clean the boat, I love this. This is the AMSOIL glass cleaner. This stuff is awesome. Takes all the bugs off your windshield and whatnot. And for the interior of the boat, I love the Miracle Wash. Just spray it on the fiberglass or any surface like that, and it automatically waxes it, and you just wipe it off. For my seats, I can make them look brand new with the interior detailer from AMSOIL. All you do is spray it on, rub it off, and your seats look brand new. Check out all of our stuff at AMSOIL.com for getting your boat ready for storage. Hey folks, if you get a chance, come and see Blake and I at the Stilt House in Cedarburg on November the 15th. We'll be there from 11 until noon to talk fishing. Hey, welcome back, folks. As we talked about, we're on the Bay of Green Bay fishing for jumbo perch. And I'll tell you what, for November, we caught a beautiful day, did we not?
Yeah, this is nice.
And, you've been guiding perch all summer, Jolly. It's been fantastic.
It's been a great year.
Okay.
Really good.
Now, you said we're fishing deeper than we did in the summer, which we were fishing 10 feet of water, now we're in 40 feet. So this is kind of an interesting rig. You want to explain it?
Yeah, you've got 2 hooks, 2 minnows on there, one high, one low, and then a heavy 1 ounce weight down at the bottom.
1 ounce?
Yeah, this is 1 ounce. Sometimes I'll go up to 2 even if there's a lot of current, fishing deep. But we're gonna start off with the 1 ounce, and we're gonna stay right tight on the bottom. The weight's gonna be sitting on bottom, and then our 2 baits will be suspended up above it.
Am I gonna catch one?
You'll catch a bunch.
Okay.
John, I just got one on here.
Oh, wow, that took a blow. Look at that. Now walk up to the camera and show the folks, Stick Man. That's a beautiful perch. Now, Brett, is that about the average?
Yeah, that was an average sized one. We got another one here about average.
That's amazing how fast we just got set up, right?
Oh, there's a nice one. A little bigger.
Show that one, Giles.
That's a good one.
That is a gorgeous fish.
Yeah, that's a chunker.
And you were guiding all summer, my friend, for these perch. And it is interesting interesting with the electronics. You can actually see how many fish are down there.
Yeah, there's a pile of them.
You're telling me that the population right now, the schools are big?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I'll find schools that are 100, 200 yards long.
Are you serious?
Yeah, there's a ton of them out here.
And of course, well, we'll talk about it a little bit later on. You grew up perch fishing here. We're going to talk a little bit about the history, but that right there, man, that's a beautiful fish.
Yeah, that one's gorgeous.
All right, Brian, Ryan's dad, Brian, is catching a fish right now. Let's see, here he comes. And it is kind of fun to catch him out of this deep of water, folks. Look at that, Brian Erdmann. Hold that up high, will you, buddy? Look at the size of that fish, Jolly.
That's a good one.
Hey, Brian, you fish a lot on Winnebago. What do you think of these bay perch?
They're a little bit bigger.
Yeah, but they're fun, aren't they? What was the
huge.
bite like?
It's huge.
What was the bite like there?
Just real light, John.
Okay.
Yeah. Just that I felt a little tapping, and then I set the hook, and he was on it.
I was wondering why I was the only one that didn't get a bite, and I get the smallest of the day.
Yeah, that's a good eater, though.
Now that is the smallest perch so far, folks, and that is still a solid fish.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, definitely that the smaller ones are the sweeter tasting ones.
They're the best tasting ones by far, yeah.
Now, Giles, seriously, you're done for the year guiding?
Yeah, pretty much. You know, maybe in the next week or so I might get out yet, but yeah, I'm pretty much done for the year, and we'll be back at it in spring.
Yeah, actually, I want to tell the folks, though, seriously, Brett does book a year ahead, so I would definitely give him a call.
Yep.
And you do walleyes March and April, and then you switch to the perch when the season opens.
Yeah, May 20th perch season opens, and do a lot of perch fishing after that.
I'll tell you what, that you got to pay real close attention. Here he comes.
Yeah, it's a light bite.
It's a very, oh my, look at that, folks.
That's a beauty.
That is a gorgeous perch right there. And yeah, you got to pay attention because the bite is really light in this water. And look at that, folks. I mean, that's just a gorgeous fish. And one thing we haven't talked about yet, buddy, is the limits out here. Now, if we fish Lake Michigan off of Milwaukee, we can only keep 5, but it's different on the Bay of Green Bay?
Yeah, on the Bay of Green Bay, it's 15 per person.
Right.
We have a closed season from March 15 to May 20. You cannot fish for perch. After May 20th, the season opens up, and it's great fishing.
And they're always like that. Look at that,
they're
Jolly.
Beautiful fish.
It's really funny, Brett. Some of the hits are just a light tap, and some are a pretty hard hit, you know? That's what makes it fun. Here he is. Yeah. Oh, my. Look at that fish. Look at this, Jolly.
That's a good one.
I mean, seriously.
Yeah, that's a good 12-incher at least.
And, you know, this is, the walleye fishing has been kind of tough on the bay this year, but when you have this to make up for it, you know. But I want to talk about how you use your electronics out here. You use your Humminbird just in the 2D mode a lot.
For searching.
When
I'm searching a big area, looking for where the schools are, I use the 2D. Once we stop and we start actually fishing, then I really rely on the Mega Live to see exactly where those fish are, and I can drive the boat over to a school over to the left or over to the right or whatever.
But a lot of times just the 2D is enough. All right, Brian's going. There, that's a beauty. All right, let's see, Brian. Come on, it's a half-hour show, dude. Get him in. Here he comes.
Oh, he's got a whitefish.
Breaking news from Fleet Farm. The Baronet Pentagon heavy-duty ground blind gives you 70% more room and rugged 600 dinar waterproof construction. Stay hidden and comfortable this season, now just $269.99. That's $30 off at Fleet Farm.
You and I were talking before how relaxing this fishing is, and it really is. So the drop shot sinker just sits on the bottom and you leave your rod still?
Yep, I don't move it much, up and down a little bit just to make sure I'm contacting bottom. But yeah, otherwise it's just nice and easy, just relaxing, ride around until you get a bite.
Yeah, and speaking of that, you're using your Minn Kota against the wind and you're going real slow.
Real slow, just using the autopilot feature to just pull me along nice and slow through the schools of fish, and then we'll slide back through and do it again.
Hey, Brian's got a fish on up there. Let's see what we got here, Giles. Boy, the wind is laid down. Nice. It is a beautiful day. Look at that fish. Oh my gosh. Wait, folks, wait till you see this.
That's a jumbo.
What do you think of that?
That is a dandy fish, I tell you. And for the little bit of a bite that it had, I can't believe it's that big.
Is that your biggest ever?
Yeah, by far.
I mean, that is truly a trophy perch right there.
Yeah,
I mean, that is remarkable.
Yeah.
And to be catching them in this deep of water this time of year.
It's pretty cool.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, I'll tell you what, Brian, your dad can certainly perch fish, can't he?
Oh, I got one too.
Oh, we're going to have a double. Get yours in there. Get yours in there first. Little guy. Okay, let's see what you got there, Jal. Little one for Brian and
a nice one.
And a nice one for Jolly. No, I mean, you and I were talking off camera before just how darn special this is. Huh?
It's
I mean,
awesome.
It's world class.
Yeah, no, it's a great fishery. And the nice thing is we have good regulations to help protect it for the future too. We got closed seasons. We got a 15 fish limit. Oh, Stick's got one now too.
All right, Stick. Let's see now. Don't lose this guy. Oh, there you go, Brian. That is another beauty. Hey, Jolly, go up and hold yours up together. And no, seriously, you know, you and I were talking before too about the history of the bay.
Yeah.
And you know, in the 80s, it was tremendous out here.
It was crazy.
But
yeah.
it's back.
Yeah, you know, it's back. I don't know if it'll ever be quite what it was in the 80s. It was incredible. You didn't have the predator fish back then.
Right.
But it is pretty awesome right now. And I think we actually have bigger fish now than we did back then.
I mean, Brian, what do you think?
Yeah, this is about as much fun as it gets when you're perch fishing.
We are fishing the Bay of Green Bay, just north of Green Bay, a 2-hour drive from Milwaukee, 3 hours from Chicago, and 5 hours from Minneapolis. Stickman!
Yeah, we got another one here.
Let's see, you know, you never know how big these are going to be. They're all nice. But that one Brian caught before was a real magnum. All right, here he goes.
There's a good one.
Brian Sticka. Could that be your personal best, my friend?
It is, John.
Seriously, right there?
Yes, and my biggest one prior was 13 and a half, 14 inches, but on Winnebago, so I don't fish up here that much, but this is a dandy.
That is just a tremendous fish right there. And as I said to Brett Jolly before, this is just so special to have this in the state of Wisconsin. And the big thing is, you know, to release those big ones, right, Brett?
Yeah, you know, the big ones are the spawners. They're the future fish.
Right.
They're going to be what keeps this fishery going for the future. And honestly, they don't taste as good as those like 9-10 inchers.
I agree with you 100%, but you've been a strong proponent of that.
Yeah.
And I agree with you because you got a special fishery like this.
I'd love to see it last for a long time.
Yay, back of the boat, back of the boat, back of the boat. I'll tell you what, Jolly, these things put up a good fight too.
Yeah, they do.
And you got to keep tension on them, folks. There we go.
Nice one.
Oh, that's a nice one, but that's not a magnum. But look at that, folks. So Jolly says, yeah, that's a nice one. But that basically is about the average size, wouldn't you say, Brett?
Yeah, that's definitely average.
And you know, this really is interesting, folks, fishing in this deeper water. And you know, when you and I fish shallow for these in the spring, it seems like we got to wade through a few, right? You can answer that question in a second. We got to watch Brian, Big Brian, the perch expert up there. And let's see that one. That's for average size, Brian. What do you think there, buddy?
For average, that's still a nice fish.
I mean, really. And normally we'll wait before we start the camera to see if they're big enough. Not out here. You know, out in this deeper water, they're all big.
They're all nice fish, yeah.
As we were saying, in the spring, we got to wade through a lot of small ones.
Yeah. Shallow water, there's a lot of small ones you got to weed through. to get the nice ones. But in the deeper water, they're mostly good-sized fish.
Now, the history of Brett Jolly, folks, he was an absolute expert muskie angler out here. And I got to ask you, now you go from muskies to perch. What's your favorite?
Perch. Definitely perch. I don't ever want to go muskie fishing again after doing this.
No, I mean, seriously, you don't know what you're going to pull up. Someday you're going to pull up a 17-incher that weighs 3 pounds.
I've caught 17s. Yeah, it's just so much more fun, more action, and they're cool fish.
Retirement perch angling, you got to love it, huh? Now that right there, Jolly, is the one that you think is delicious, right?
Oh, I love eating those smaller ones. You know, when I'm keeping a few, I always go for those smaller, like 8-inchers.
Yeah.
They're the best.
Stick, man, that's the smallest of the day.
It is, but it'll be the best eating, so.
Now, this was really interesting, and Jolly's going to talk about it when Brian gets this fish in. Another small one. That's interesting. But what I want to talk about, Brett, is Brian had a hit, missed it, and went right back down.
Yep. No, that happens all the time. Another smaller one, but these are great eaters. You know, they're not the giants, but they sure taste good.
But that's one of the reasons you use the 2 hooks as the 2 minnows, right?
Yeah. You miss one, you drop it right back down, and they'll come back and hit it again.
Yeah. Now that's the one you like to eat, right there.
That's a great eating size perch right there.
Brian in the front again. You're getting this down there, buddy. You're getting this down. Let's hope this skid there's starting to get a little bigger. It is interesting, though. Yeah, another good eater. But some schools just are hanging around with bigger fish, right?
Sometimes, yeah. You'll get into schools of smaller fish, or you'll get into a school of great big ones. But sometimes they're all mixed together. You know, you never know. But there's all different sizes out here. There's nothing that's too small out in this deep water.
Right.
There's a lot of good eating ones, and then there's a bunch of jumbos, too. There's another one. This will be another eater.
Yeah. So Sticka's got, you get yours in, and we'll see what Sticka's looks like.
Yeah, another little eater one.
All right, Stick Man, we'll see if you got a bigger one there, buddy.
Feels okay.
It is interesting, though, that, let's see, yeah, that's a little bit, swing him back here. We're going to hold these up together and see what we got here. And, ooh, there we go. Ooh, there we go. I'm going to add one to the mix here. And there's a good one. Now, you got yours still there? Oh, you put it in the live well
I dropped mine. Stick is still unhooking his.
Okay. But, yeah, it is. Now, that right there would be my perfect size to eat.
Yeah, that's a good eater.
Yeah.
For sure.
And 15 a piece, man, that's enough for quite a few people, right?
Oh, yeah. I've fed 7 men with 15 perch.
Really?
You know, you get your sides, your coleslaw, potato salad.
Oh, yeah, that's right. There's a restaurant here, folks, or there is one in O'Connell.
Yeah.
And what's the name of that?
The Dockside Bar and Grill.
So you clean your fish.
Bring them in, and they cook them for you. They do it family style. You got all the sides, your fries, your bread, your coleslaw, the whole thing, and it's amazing.
Folks, it's time now to announce this week's winners of the Fleet Farm John Gillespie's Waters and Woods 2025 Fishing Contest.
This week's first winner is Ben Surratt of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Caught this 57-inch muskie on Mille Lacs on a slip bobber and leech. Bonnie Koss of Muskego, Wisconsin caught this 35-inch king salmon on a spoon out of Port Washington. Carol Zerden of Rhinelander, Wisconsin caught this 28-inch walleye in Green Bay on a crankbait. George Locks of Appleton, Wisconsin caught this 10-inch bluegill on Fortune Lake on a leaf worm. And this week's first kid winner is Asher Henry of Bowler, Wisconsin, caught this 10-inch bluegill on a lake using a night crawler. And Brady Marcus of Verona, Wisconsin, caught this 21-inch largemouth bass on a lake using a night crawler. Each week, I shop online at fleetfarm.com to check out the latest deals. This week, the Rugged Chappelle Jet Sled 1 is just $59.99. Perfect for hauling gear, firewood, and bringing in your next deer. Plus, stay warm anywhere with the Mr. Heater Portable Buddy Heater, now only $79.99 at Fleet Farm.
When you're meeting with a client, it's so important that you're present with them and you're listening. I've heard lawyers say your job as a trial lawyer is to read the law, understand the law, make the argument. You can't get emotionally connected with your client. I completely disagree with that. In order to tell your client's story, You want to learn what's important to them. Sit down and have a meal together. Learn about their family. Learn about their history. Learn about where they're from. You have to emotionally connect with them. It's their story. It's not ours. And the only way to do that in an effective way is to truly care, to truly connect, and listen.
Another eater size, I think, coming in here. And you can really tell, Jowl, when they bite, you know, that they're small.
It's a lighter, tappy kind of bite.
And you get a pullback, folks, when you get the big ones. Another one here. And we got to talk, too, a little bit, Brett. And let's see, another eater size right there. But when we're doing this, you know, you're looking at both locators, the Mega Live and the 2D, and you're pulling us, like I said before, real slow. But even when you see a big school of fish, you don't put spot lock on?
Sometimes I will, but it seems best to keep moving. Sometimes spot locking over them, even in this deep water, they'll get spooked.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And they're always moving, right?
Oh, I just missed one.
They're always moving out here.
Yes. Yeah, they're constantly moving on these big flats. They're not just sitting still.
Right.
Sometimes when we're fishing structure, they'll be stuck right there on that structure. But when they're out here on these flats, they're constantly moving.
So we're drifting backwards over the school now. That's a little bit better right there, Brett.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you the beauty of those two hook systems, man, that is great. Because, you know, you do miss bites, but with the two minnows on there, you figure you got one left, go right back down, right?
And a lot of times, dropping it right back down on them, they just nail it.
Yeah. All right. I wish the size would get a little bit bigger. I can tell by your... That's not a bad perch. Is that about the size you guys get on Winnebago right there?
Yeah, maybe a little bit bigger, but yeah.
Oh, no. Hey, look at that, Jolly. It is impressive, though, how fast this can be, you know?
Well, when they're biting and they're on, it's fun. That's a little better.
Yeah. Now, I wanted to ask you this. We have a spectacular day today, weather-wise.
Oh, this is gorgeous.
And normally this time of the year, it is not like this. Do you get them on the days when it's wavy and tough, too?
Yeah, you can. You got to fish a little different. There's more spot locking rather than moving around like they are. But, yeah, you can catch them when it's rough.
I think when the fish are this deep, weather doesn't affect them quite as much.
Not as much, no.
Yeah.
Where the shallow fish can get affected by it, these deep fish, not so much.
Fast and furious now, but the fish size has gone downhill. But that's all right. Oh, that's not a bad one at all, Brian.
Oh, it's okay.
Hold that one up. That's a good perch right there.
Yeah.
I know.
One after another.
I'm just sitting here relaxing, you know. Another eater size.
Yeah, we're on the good eaters now. You know, these are my favorite. You know, they're not as big. You know, a lot of people want the great big ones, but it's a good eating fish.
So what if we said right now, hey, we're done catching these smaller ones. Do you look around for bigger ones, or
maybe go try to find a different school of them?
Right.
But you know, a lot of times they're mixed in, and maybe just the little ones are biting right now, and the big ones haven't gotten hungry yet.
This is just such a gorgeous day, folks. I mean, we got the perfect temperature, no wind. Catching perchy boos. This is fantastic. Now, if you get a nice day all the way until freeze up, I suppose you could do this until you can't.
Right, exactly. Until you can't get the boat out here, the fish are here, they're still eating.
Yeah. You having a good time up there?
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's interesting, Brian. As soon as you get the bite, you hit them, right?
Yep.
That's the way it works.
Yeah.
Jolly, I got to thank you for such a great day, buddy.
Yeah,
I mean, seriously.
Fun.
I'm sitting here like I'm in my recliner. And
another good eater, you know, a little bigger than some of the ones we've been getting, but
way to go there, Brian. He's hot up there, isn't he? That's your dad, Ryan.
I'm proud of him.
I'm proud of him too. Hey, first double of the day. Hey, wait, now hold those up. I got to see that. Nicely done there. You know, this is literally one after another now. And I was going to ask you that. You know, we had kind of a slow period middle of the day.
Yeah.
Does time of day make a diff?
It can. Perch are perch, and they can just be kind of streaky.
Right.
You'll go a long time without catching a fish, then all of a sudden it's one after another.
Now that one, when I set the hook, felt a little bit better than the last couple we caught. Here he comes, and we got ourselves a... There we're talking. Look at this, folks. I mean, seriously, major league. And you can tell Joel, when you set the hook, what you got?
That rod doubles right over when you get the big one.
Yeah, I mean, look at this fish, folks. I mean, that just beauty. Whoa, and they're strong. Better one there?
I think it's a little bit better than the last couple, but...
Okay, well, let's see if you can beat the last one I just caught there. Let's see. A little bit bigger.
A little bit bigger, a little bit smaller in years, John.
Yeah, but still, that's a beautiful fish right there.
Yeah.
Sticka, look at that. Right on cue there, Brian Sticka.
Yeah, I had them on for a while. I was just holding it for the opportunity.
No. But you got your personal best today, friend.
No, I sure did. And
there you go. Another good eater right there.
Fish on.
All right. Way to go there, Brian. And let's see here. We've been getting a lot of those 8-9s, and we have ourselves. That's a little bit better right
Probably
there.
About a 10, huh?
Yeah. And I'll bet you've caught your 15 today.
Pretty close to it if I didn't, yeah.
All right, way to go there, Brian. And a little bit better.
A little better, yeah.
It is interesting, though, this morning when we first started, they were all honkers, you know.
They were, yeah.
And well, that's all right.
Yeah.
I mean, plenty of action.
Yeah, a lot of action and good eating, and we're fishing with some pretty nice people here.
I'll get near the end of the day, Brett, and I'll tell you what. We only fished about 6-7 hours, and it has literally been fantastic, you know?
Yeah, well, it's been a good day.
And what I learned today, folks, is this 2-hook system is so valuable. You get a bite, you put it back down, you're confident you got a minnow left, you know?
Yep.
That right there, folks, if you caught 15 of those, that's the perfect meal right there.
There's another one.
It's hard to get you off. You do this every day.
And I love it.
Yeah.
I love it every day.
I mean, seriously.
This is my favorite kind of guiding.
Yeah.
I have so much fun doing this every day.
You know what I like about it, too? Is that anybody can learn how to do it. It's not rocket science, you know?
I have kids, all kinds of people, all ages coming out here catching these fish, and it's a lot of fun.
Captain Brett Jolly guides the Bay of Green Bay on a daily basis. For more information, give Brett a call. That phone number is 715-581-5678. 581-5678.
One of my favorite meals is stuffed bell peppers. First, start by cutting your peppers in half and put them in the oven at 350 for 10 minutes. While your peppers are in the oven, start by sauteing diced red onion in a saucepan. Then add your Johnsonville mild Italian sausage. Once your sausage is fully cooked, add a can of diced tomatoes, a cup of cooked rice, and then your favorite cheese. Once your peppers are done, add your Johnsonville Italian mild sausage mixture into your peppers, sprinkle some more cheese, and put it back in the oven until the cheese is fully melted. Johnsonville mild Italian sausage. Find it at your favorite retailer today.
Oh, Pete, I'm getting too old for this. So, John, you haven't heard of Brian's Custom Steps? Oh, Pete, those are awesome. How can I get a set? Yeah, I love these big no-slip platforms, and they're made right here in Wisconsin. For more information on Brian's Custom Steps, call 920-315-0333. Well, another special day with Captain Brett Jolly. Actually, two of the guys with us today, they got their biggest perch ever.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And
a lot of people get their biggest one with me.
And the rest of us got a good fish fry. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate it.
No problem.
And folks, that is our show for today. Please join us next week. I don't know where we're going to fish at. We'll find a place somewhere. Until then, I'm John Gillespie, hoping to see you enjoying John Gillespie's Waters and Woods.